Hey everybody, it's me, Manic Mark, coming here from the bunker system located underneath the Art Villa, the former Art Villa. Found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest, that's right. Hey Raymond, it's an inside joke. Anyway, I'm going to have to wear this to work someday just to please Raymond. I'll get myself in trouble. People will be expecting me to come up with funny little sayings to go along with the shirt. It'll be so embarrassing, but I'll do it for Raymond. Raymond's sake. Anyway, go on. I don't have many records at all today. I actually, for the first time in a long time, went to 3 different places. 3 thrift shops, and then half-price, full-priced, super high-priced books, and found almost nothing. So I'm going to have to fill the rest of the video, or the majority of the video, with tips, helpful tips. Starting with what happened this week. Well, it wasn't this week. Did I talk about my cholesterol? I gotta pay. I finally went to a doctor because there's new insurance thing, and it's horrible, the things you got to, hoops you got to jump through. So you have to go meet a doctor, right? So I would never, if it hadn't been for my wife, who came up with this guy, because she just likes going to the doctor. She goes all the time. It's kind of like a hobby with her. With me, it's like pulling teeth. I don't really care. So I go and I like, everything's fine, this and that. They ask me a bunch of questions I can't answer. Oh yeah, maybe I said that, like the herbal supplements. So anyway, but I get a follow-up because they do a blood test. I get a follow-up and it says your cholesterol's horrible. And oh man, like the cholesterol, and then the HDLs or the LDLs, the bad ones, they're way elevated. And they were, the last time I had this done was over 15 years ago, and I was going to die then too, and I didn't. I have it yet. But maybe now's the time. Like right now, I could just topple over. And apparently, I guess that you can do stuff right up to the point where you have a stroke, you know, or something. Like go out and run 4 miles in 90-degree heat, which I can do when I'm 90 without having any side effects other than just like being slow and achy. And because I think I'm old, but maybe it is like the heart or something. You know, I don't know. Well, but there's no warning. Apparently not. You can do things up until you just fall over. I guess with it. So anyway. I changed my diet, and like I said, you know, I'm like all the exercise and everything, and been really. So I'm thinking that there's not much else I can do to lower those cholesterol numbers. So I decided to research it. I spent hours researching herbal remedies, and so I looked it up. There's 2 sites I trust. There's Mayo Clinic, the Mayo Clinic's website, and so I found a page that lists all the stuff that they say that may or may not. There's not enough research. Who knows? But these are the things that people take, herbal supplements that people take to lower their cholesterol. So I take each individual one. I go to WebMD and I cross-reference it, and I read the whole page on the single. So I came up, and all of them cause gas. That's an oatmeal. I finally went back and started eating Cheerios. I hadn't had any in a long time. Everybody goes, eat Cheerios and you'll be healthy. And on the front of the box, there's a little heart shaped out of Cheerios. So I bought Cheerios. No, it's the Myers brand. So anyway, let me stop this story while I'm thinking about it. I'm in Myers today. I'm pushing my cart around. Middle of the day, it's mostly old people looking for deals, and there's not many to be had there because old people go through there and they pick the store clean, and anything that has the orange special on it, including me, Manic Mark, always on the lookout for the orange 40%, 50%, 20% off stickers. And they're not many, all right? Myers manages their stock really close. They don't, I don't know if anything goes out the door into the dumpster. Hardly anything's ever marked down. They have a pretty good stock system, inventory, control system. Anyway. So I hear this voice that says, I hear something like $10 or $10 off or something. I look up and there's this kid who could be more than 21, 22 years old, I think, standing, pushing one of those little tiny carts, you know, not the full cart, but the tiny cart. It's piled up with store canvas bags. He looks like he just walked in off the street from underneath an overpass out of a cardboard box. He's wearing a suit that looks like he, found on a I don't know, at Goodwill or something, like bits and pieces, like a tweed jacket, although it's 80 degrees out and everything, none of it fits. He's got his hair kind of tied up into like a man bun. And I looked at him and he goes, well, if you've got your coupon for $10 off, and he points at something in my cart. I'm like, what? And he's holding a piece of cardboard in his hand. He goes, your coupon to get $10 off today. And he's pointing at something. I think, how could I get $10 off anything in my cart? And I don't know what he's talking about. I said, oh, $10 off, okay. So he hands me the thing. I look at it, and then I see the image on the cardboard coupon thing for a credit card. I'm like, credit card? He goes, oh, you're not interested in credit cards? You're not into credit cards? And I said, shook my head and handed him. He goes, oh, that's fine. Have a nice day. It was so just a bizarre moment. Like, why would minors let this kid try to sell their credit card to anyone in the store? I mean, he was very pleasant. You could tell he'd been pushing credit cards a lot because he had to shtick down. I felt like I was being grifted by this kid. So I had to backtrack because I forgot my garbage bags. So I had to go back, and there he is running around, and he sees me, and he gets like a little, turns away real quick because he just didn't, he was on to the next mark. Didn't want to deal with me again. It was very bizarre in Myers today. Okay, back to the 3 herbs I settled on, which I know. Let me just preface this by saying I'm going to have to probably take a drug, I think. Because I don't think anything. I think what I've done up to date has been pretty good. And, I've even improved my diet a little bit more. And I just don't think that I can make this work with the diet. It's got to be some kind of hereditary thing. And I'm not sure, having had horrible cholesterol for 15 or 18 years, what it is, why I can still go run in 90-degree heat 4 miles and live to tell the story. I don't understand any of this. Okay, I just had to stop for a moment because I'm like flaked out. Well, it wasn't a stroke. I just wondered if I turned the camera on. So what I ended up getting to try is barley grass. Barley grass, right there. Barley grass, artichoke extract. Right there, artichoke extract, and beta citol sterol. Mega strength. That's right. Probably not going to have the slightest bit of effect, but I'm going to. And my wife said, "You got to stop drinking whole milk." Now I was half and half in my coffee every morning, and I was buying heavy whipping cream and putting in with like berries because it was just like dessert. Well, no, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, I got to cut that out. So I still have whole milk because it's not like the milk I drank as a kid, which was straight from the cow, which was like wonderful stuff. That's right, not a cow on our property. Somebody next door, actually up in Cleveland. Never mind, that's a long story. Doesn't matter, but we had it. It was great. And my wife said, "You got to cut back to the 2%." I just might as well put water in my Cheerios because that shit's horrible. Well, I thought it was horrible too, but then when you drink it for a while, I know, okay, your taste buds can adapt. How come she doesn't listen to me when I talk to her about eating fruits and vegetables and how your taste buds can adapt to that level of sugar rather than drinking Pepsi or something like that? Oh, I'm sorry about complaining. That wasn't a complaint, was it? Yeah, sort of, it was. Okay. I might have had to cut that out, that complaining part out. So it's supposed to go 30 days. If I'll live that long, 30 days, and then go back and have a blood test again. I know it's not going to be any lower. I almost thought about calling the doctor and just saying, hey, sign me up for the whatever. So my question is, speaking of whatever, the few people that watch this video, are any of you taking anti-cholesterol medication, statins? What's the name of the drug and what do you think about it? Have you had any side effects? I guess it's all dependent on who takes what and if they have side effects. like cramping or anything weird, you know, like that, foot problems. So I got one negative story about, you know, you don't ever take that stuff because you'll end up losing, you know, you'll have to cut your feet off or something. It'll be so horrible, the cramps and everything, you've got to have your feet amputated. Okay, let's go on to the next story. The next story is about my dogs and the process of aging. I have a mini pin who's over 17 years old now, and he's blind in one eye, and he can't hardly see out of the other eye, and he can't hear anymore. Okay, and he wobbles and he bangs into things. And he doesn't get that much exercise. Of course, you can't. I take him in the yard and he walks around the house. I let him go at his own pace. I never have to worry about them running into the road or going anywhere anymore. Walk around the house. But, you know, so I know there's probably some joint pain because he licks his little front joints now and then. So I know, you know, he's got, obviously, he's like mid-80s now in human years or something like that by comparison. And then the pug has his kneecaps that turn in, so he's real trouble walking, staying up on his back legs. So my wife had this pet cattle magazine, and in the magazine was this ad for this product that it's like not on Amazon. You have to order it directly from the website. I wasn't sure if I could even get it here delivered here. I think it comes from California. The website was really, really well done. Anyway, the company's name is Therabis, and they've got like 3 products for your dogs. This one is for arthritis type, you know, like to get to help with that. But there's 2 others I just can't remember offhand. But what makes this an interesting product is that this company is, because they can now, I guess, get the ingredients, infuse hemp extract into this this additive to put on your dog's dinner in the evening. Hemp extract, 3 milligrams of stalk, stem, and seed, just basically ground up. Not the good stuff, apparently, but just the leftovers. Okay, along with vitamin C, chromium, and green-lipped mucil. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna. Since my dogs are good candidates to show, if they show any improvement at all, I'll try to remember to get back to you on this product. It's just interesting. Okay, I think the website is therabis.com. Anyway, and something else I don't see in the store. Mr. Burns has always had a sensitive stomach. And I've always I hardly ever buy anything with chicken in it. Most it's other kinds of meats, and I try grain-free and try to do all that. So I buy a variety of dog food, and it's just, he gets picky. After 2 or 3 days, he'll like something right away at first, and then he'll just wear off, and then sometimes he won't eat for a day. Last week he didn't eat for 3 days. It was, and I don't know why he does this, but he's always done this, and I can't figure it out. So, not that he won't get tired of this too, but it was an interesting thing. My wife found it on somewhere, maybe in online or something. Anyway, I got it from Amazon. It's Embark, the Honest Kitchen grain-free turkey recipe, and it's basically powdered, freeze-dried. Put some warm water, and put you know, some of it in a bowl of warm water, mix it up, and it makes kind of like a pea soup. Maybe depending how much you put in and how thick it gets. And he really liked it. Now. And it's like they're saying, like human grade food, so you know I could eat it. So I'm figuring it's difficult to tell on all the packaging, all the other like commercial dog foods. But I'm thinking also that if you just make chicken, which I do now, I just make chicken for my dogs. That's hardly any more expensive than you just buying really good, really expensive. Not that it's good, and who knows, the higher quality dog foods out of a can. Which I also recommend, because I think dry food, you just can't give a dog dry food. That's really hard on them. They need that fluid and that, you know, oils that are in that more that meat sort of processed canned stuff. So, in addition to this, I open a can of wild rice and chicken vegetable soup, and I put a couple scoops in with this. And then pumpkin, just a pumpkin in a can, you know, it's just ground up pumpkin in a can. There's nothing else in it. Put that in. That's good for him too. He doesn't like it, but if it's mixed up with a chickadee rice and stuff like that, he'll eat it. Hoover, the pug, will just eat it, whatever the hell you put in front of him, like sticks and dog poop. I mean, that would be good enough for him, but he gets the good stuff too. Or if Mr. Burns won't finish it, I have another dog who will. The next day, eat whatever is left over from the mini pins. Picky eating. All right. Okay, let's go on to the records now. I think that was enough yapping about stuff. Hopefully, maybe some of that will help. So my new mission in life is to actually kind of maybe try to help people now and then. I'm not going to go overboard with it, with the mission, but now and then I'm trying to be more helpful to those people that are. Who are, I mean, but you know, you can't just be preachy because people are like, what? Don't tell me what to do. So I got to frame it right. Got to frame the helpfulness right, so people don't get angry at me and yell at me. Oh God! All right, let's go. See, it's hardly, if I can hold up the stack with one hand, I'm disappointed in today's finds. So I looked at that record again. They still have it. Both of those really expensive records in half price, full price, super high price books. The Emerald album was a bad illustration of a kind of a greenish. The word emerald, like it said heavy metal, $600, word emerald. And there's a sword stuck in a stone, a bad drawing. And then I think it's just Charlie Mingus album they want $650 for it. I could be wrong on that again. Flip through it. Oh, they've got the Planet of the Apes soundtrack on Project 3, which looks pretty good. John Barry, he wrote that. Am I getting that right? I'm doing it all from memory, and it's dangerous that I should talk about anything from memory, you know, because of the stroke. Let's go right to the records. Oh boy, The Sound of Gospel. Okay, artist recording out of Cincinnati. The Sound of Gospel. There they are, somewhere sitting below a cutout word, giant glittery word, Olympics. Does it say anything about why they're underneath that sign? I don't know. What the hell? Doesn't matter. They're from Cincinnati. Strolling in La Haina. George Peoia. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. He's from Lahaina, Maui. Oh, Maui. That's, I got that right. Not exactly sure what the private press. Anyway, picked it up. A K-Star album. I don't know if I'm a big fan of K-Star, but it's a compilation of her hits. So it's not particularly probably a valuable record. However, it's early, and it's a great cover. It's an early Capitol, probably 50s, late 50s, in really good shape. So I picked it up. And you know, I'm not a big fan of Joni James. The album covers always look kind of interesting, including this one, which is why I picked it up. Then I put them on the turntable. I wonder what the producers and arrangers were thinking, or her voice just seems off-key at the wrong moment, or something like that. Sorry, all you Joni James fans out there. I may be wrong about that, but I doubt it. This is a terrific cover of a very young Joni James. I assume that's her. And it's all, it looks like it's all like Italian stuff. I don't know how she's going to translate or render or perform covers of a lot of it. Okay, Roy Hamilton, Come Out Swing, and Roy Hamilton. Another name, I've got a few of his records and I can't remember, like, well, you know. But there you go, I picked it up. And last but not least, maybe the Joni James is going to be the sample. Probably not this, because this will probably cause your head to explode if I play something from this. From Kid Stuff Records, it's a Rubber Ducky and Other Pet Songs. I've kind of got past buying this kind of stuff, but I couldn't pass this one up because of the horrible illustration on the front. That's a pug. I'm going to take this upstairs and show it to my wife next to get her opinion of the drawing of this pug. That's got to be one of the worst drawings of a pug that you'll ever see. All right. Who did they get to? It had to be somebody just going to art school back then. They probably thought that was going to be great. I got an album cover in my portfolio, and then if they went out to look for a job and they had this art in their portfolio, they would feel like they could get the job, that they had a good chance of getting the job because they had the professional. Anyway, one of my favorite songs is on this album, titled I Love Little Pussy. That's right. I didn't make that up. That's a real title of a real song. There'll be a lot of, oh, you ought to play that one anymore because we all want to know what it sounds like. I hope all this stuff isn't retreads. A lot of these songs are old. It's been around. I don't know. Dog and cat. Johnny had a little dog. Where is my little dog gone? All the pretty little horses. That's oh my God. The illustrations on the back they're probably clip art. They're probably better than the illustration on the front. The clip art's better. The illustration on the front, that's the most horrible amateurish thing I've ever seen. It's not even worth 99 cents, and that's what they sold the record for. Anyway, I still got my schmoter down here, or my schmiter. If I have to schmite somebody, don't go into that again. I may be wrong about schmoting and schmiting, and I probably am, regardless of what my damn t-shirt says.
I love little pussy, her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. I'll not pull on her tail, nor drive her away, but pussy and I together will play. I love little pussy, her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. I'll not pull on her tail, nor drive her away, but pussy and I together will play. I love little pussy, her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. I'll not pull on her tail, nor drive her away, but pussy and I together will play. I love little pussy, her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. I'll not pull on